Hey there, Money Loop family. Don't forget to subscribe for smarter financial success. Let's dive into today's money strategy. I spent the first decade of my career desperately trying to escape the rat race. I read all the books, I listened to every guru, and I worked myself straight into the ground. I was convinced the answer was just to make more money, to hit some magic number that would finally buy my freedom. Spoiler alert, I was dead wrong. The moment I truly became free was the moment I stopped chasing a bigger bank account and started redefining what it meant to be rich. And it had absolutely nothing to do with the number on a screen. I used to chain my self-worth to my net worth. I was always chasing a future where I wouldn't have to work, where I could finally relax. But the chase itself was destroying the very peace I was looking for. I was burning out my health, neglecting my relationships, and sacrificing my happiness in the present for a future that always felt like it was just 10 years away. The irony was suffocating. I was so focused on escaping a life I hated, I never stopped to ask what kind of life I actually wanted to build. The big change didn't come from a lottery win or some stock market miracle. It came on a quiet Tuesday morning. I was staring at a spreadsheet when it hit me. I hadn't truly, genuinely laughed in months. The endless pursuit of more had left me with less. Less joy, less connection, less life. That was the day the 10-year freedom mindset was born. And it's not about retiring in 10 years. It's about living a life of freedom starting now, and for the next 10 years, and the 10 after that. It just required me to tear down my old beliefs and replace them with a few foundational, life-altering mindset shifts. First things first, I had to completely redefine the word wealth. Society sells us a very narrow definition, right? It's all about money, assets, investments, a scoreboard. But a high score doesn't mean you're actually winning at the game of life. I was winning on paper, but I was losing in every single way that actually mattered. True wealth, I realized, isn't just financial. A truly rich life has multiple currencies. And the most valuable one isn't money, it's time. Time is the one asset you can never, ever get more of. Yet I was trading it away like it was nothing. So I started thinking of my wealth in 4 key areas: time wealth, relationship wealth, health wealth, and then financial wealth. Time wealth is just the freedom to spend your days on your own terms. It's getting lost in a hobby, taking a random walk in the middle of the afternoon, or being fully present with your kids without your mind nagging you about a deadline. Relationship wealth is the richness that comes from deep, meaningful connections. Health wealth is having the energy and vitality to actually enjoy your life. I mean, what good is a mountain of gold if you're too sick and exhausted to climb a real mountain? Financial wealth is still a piece of the puzzle, but its role completely changed. It went from being the goal to being the foundation that supports the other 3. Its job wasn't to be the prize, but to be the tool that enabled a life rich in time, connection, and well-being. This one shift, from a single-minded focus on net worth to a holistic view of life wealth, changed every decision I made. Instead of asking, "Will this make me more money?" I started asking, "Will this make my life richer?" Sometimes that meant taking a project that paid less but offered more flexibility. Other times, it meant investing in a family vacation instead of the stock market. I stopped seeing these as financial setbacks and started seeing them for what they really were: deposits into my life wealth account. The goal was no longer to just pile up money. It was to use money to design a life that felt abundant in every sense of the word. The second major shift was moving from a mindset of endless hustle to discovering the incredible power of enough. Hustle culture screams at you to always want more. Bigger house, faster car, higher paying job. This chase for more, as Sahil Bloom calls it, is a hamster wheel. Every time you think you're about to grab the prize, someone moves the finish line. Today's luxury becomes tomorrow's new normal, and you're left wanting the next shiny object. This constant craving is fueled by a scarcity mindset, this nagging belief that there isn't enough, that you aren't enough, and that you need something external to feel happy and secure. Breaking free requires something that feels almost radical in our society, defining what enough looks like for you. So, I sat down and did the most liberating financial exercise of my life. I didn't calculate my retirement number. I calculated how much I needed to live a genuinely fulfilling life right now. Not a bare-bones life, but one filled with what actually mattered to me. This naturally led to prioritizing experiences over possessions. The thrill of a new gadget fades in a week, but the memory of a trip, a shared laugh over dinner, or learning a new skill, that lasts a lifetime. When you define your enough, something magical happens. The constant noise of consumerism just fades into the background. You stop making impulse buys to fill some void. You're no longer trying to keep up with anyone. Every dollar you spend becomes intentional. You just ask a simple question. Does this actually contribute to the rich life I want? Or is it just feeding the beast of more? This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about liberating yourself. When you know how much is enough, you suddenly realize you have options. Maybe you don't need that high-stress job to pay for a lifestyle you don't even care about. Maybe you can finally afford to work less, start that passion project, or just spend more time with your family. You stop letting an endless appetite run your life and start designing a life based on your own values. It's the difference between being a passenger on a runaway train and being the one conducting the journey. The final piece of the puzzle was changing how I approached my savings. For years, I was building what people call an FU fund. It's an aggressive saving strategy, but it's fueled by defiance. It's about scraping together enough cash so you can walk away from a job you hate or a boss you can't stand. The intention is understandable, but the energy behind it is totally negative. It's all about running from something. The 10-year freedom mindset reframes this. Instead of an FU fund, you build a freedom fund. The difference is subtle, but it's everything. An FU fund is a war chest for escaping a prison. A freedom fund is a launchpad for creating a life you don't want to escape from. The energy is completely different. Instead of saving out of fear and anger, you're saving out of hope and creativity. Every dollar you set aside isn't just a vote against your current life. It's a vote for a future you are actively and joyfully designing. This changes everything. Saving no longer feels like a sacrifice. It feels like an investment in your own joy. This fund isn't just for some distant retirement either. It's for creating freedom all along the way. It's the runway that lets you quit your job to start a business you're obsessed with. It's the cushion that lets you take a 3-month sabbatical to travel the world. It's the security that allows you to switch to a lower-paying career that actually fills you with purpose. Look, building this fund still takes discipline. It means living below your means and avoiding the trap of lifestyle inflation as your income goes up. But the why behind it is positive. You're not just delaying gratification, you're investing in the ultimate reward, a life lived completely on your own terms. This transforms your relationship with your job. It's no longer a prison you're trying to escape. It becomes a strategic partner in building your freedom fund. You can find peace in your 9-to-5 because you know it's a means to a beautiful end. An end that you are in complete control of. You're not trapped, you're building. This journey of redefining wealth is deeply personal, and it all starts by asking yourself one simple question. What does a truly rich life look like to you? Not to your parents, your friends, or Instagram, but to you. Drop a comment below and share one thing that means wealth to you that has nothing to do with money. I read every single one. And if this resonated, hit that subscribe button. We figure this stuff out together, every single week. For a decade, I thought freedom was a destination, a place you arrived at once your bank account was fat enough. I thought I had to sacrifice my present for a shot at happiness somewhere down the road. I was wrong. Freedom isn't a destination. It's a mindset you practice every day. It's the daily choice to define wealth on your own terms, making sure to include your time, your health, and your relationships. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing what enough actually is for you. And it's the power you feel when you're building a freedom fund, not to run away from a life you hate, but to run toward a life you absolutely love. The 10-year freedom mindset isn't about escaping the rat race. It's about realizing the race was never mandatory in the first place. The real prize isn't some finish line called retirement. It's the peace and fulfillment you find the moment you decide to run your own race, on your own terms, starting today. That is true freedom. Thanks for watching Money Loop. If you found this helpful, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe for weekly AI-powered money tips. Likes, comments, subscriptions.